My name is Alfin Nyamasyo, and I am a third year student athlete, and I am doing marketing and global logistics and supply chain management as
Mm-hmm.
my majors. And I am in both cross country and track and field teams for UAA.
Mm-hmm.
I am also a mentor for the university through the Mentor Collective program. And I also work closely with multicultural services through the Mosaic um, uh, project. And that is kind of it. And I'm also a senator, the USUA student government. I am running for the president, and Matt will be my vice president for the year 2022-2023.
What do you hope to accomplish in this role as president?
The biggest or my foremost plan is to every student who is aspiring to come to UAA want a good experience. And then as an international student, that comes on the first day of school. What I mean is like a transition from high school, you becoming a college student. And this comes from the questions that I get from most of my mentees, because I run across like, what is it like to be a college student? What is the difference between high school and college? So one of the things that I want to accomplish is to be able to create a student orientation experience, which is more of a guidance, or to be in the front line guiding them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other thing that I am looking forward to accomplish is to have USUAA known that it exists. Student representation right now is not that clear, because for many years I couldn't know that USUAA existed.
Mm-hmm.
And if that can be done, then it's something that I'm looking forward to accomplish. And this goes to having USUA in many of the activities that go around campus. Also, the marketing, the way it is done, I will be also working to improve on that, because USUA, UAA mission is that students first,
Mm-hmm.
and UAA is putting students first. USUA also should also put students first.
Cool.
And the third thing, or the third goal that I'm looking forward to accomplish, is to be able to foster an acceptable environment for all students. And this means that we all undergo challenges as adults or as people, as human beings. And if USUA could be that person or that body to lean on, that could make a big difference to someone's life or to a student. So that being said, I will be looking forward to advocate for students to know that we are there to help. USUA is there to listen. USUA is there to count as something you can count for support that you need.
How will you work with the university and state leaders to enhance the university experience?
As I mentioned earlier, that as a mentor at the university, I know many challenges that people undergo. I am also an athlete. Being an athlete, also I interact with many student athletes who are just new, who are coming from different countries too. That being at the university is a different kind of an experience. And if me as a student leader can be able to talk to them and explain to them what it means, that is where it starts. It starts there. Then everything else can be achievable.
What are your ideas for bringing the university back to a state of normalcy as we come out of the pandemic?
We are looking forward to almost 70% normal year right now. And this is coming from many interactions that we've had with the deans. Looking forward to a fall semester right now. We are currently looking forward to where 3/4 will be in class or in person, not online. And that will make students have another experience altogether, because the students who came to UAA during the COVID season, which is 2020, I kind of feel how they feel. They don't know what is the difference, because screen time it's damaging for sure, and they don't know.
How are you going to work to make campus life more open and accessible to those kind of students, and make sure that they are successful,
All right. Last semester in the fall, I was advocating for the library to be open more to the public. I mean, it's a private, yes, it's a private library, which is something that I didn't know before. But if it would be more open to the public, it means that we are encouraging even high schoolers to be coming to study in the library. So that being said, yes, the library is now open till midnight, but still only for UAS students. But looking forward to almost a normal, season or year, it means that students will be able to be on campus. Things will just go back to normal, and I am actually hoping that many people will be back to campus. Things will be going as it was in 2019. People will be having many engagements and activities around the campus. So it all starts with getting people back to class.
How do you plan to encourage students to participate in student organizations and fill leadership roles?
Okay, it comes down to, when you hand to hide information, just put it in writing. People don't read. But I also understand that, as a marketer or a marketing major, that if you want to satisfy people or human wants, give them what they want or they need, but not what you have. So as a leader, I would be more engaging to students. Like I would be able to talk to, we have cycling, we have very many platforms that we can reach out to students, and not just mailing them. When you email a student, they don't look at it, because I am a student. I understand that. People are just juggling with homework and assignments and not even looking on these surveys or any emails. And having known that, I would know, if you want to deal with the students, go where they are. Tell them. Go look for them, find them.
Let's say that we have to return to distance learning and lockdowns because of a new variant of the virus. How would you go about trying to get students to participate and take those leadership roles on? If that were to happen, what have you learned from this pandemic that you could use to help students be more active in that case?
In 2019, going back there, we had so many activities going on. Like we had the storytelling activities, the film activities, we had movie activities going on around campus during that time. And if I look forward into a normal semester, that will be back. That is the best opportunity for me or for USUA to be there and talk to students to get introduced. And also, we usually have campus kickoff. That is a great opportunity for us, USUA, to introduce ourselves to the students. We also have Seawolf kickoff, which I am a student athlete and I have never seen any USUA or anything going on. So if USUA can be in that spot where it is introduced that, oh, this is USUA student government and you can be part of it, or if you needed help or you needed support, you can go to their office. That would be totally a great idea. I would have loved that if someone told me that when I came to UAA. So that is something that I am looking forward actually to work on, and I am working on it currently as my project this semester.
What makes you uniquely qualified for this position?
All right, I come from Kenya, as I told you earlier. I have been the student government in Kenya. I have dealt with so many students because our university had around 15,000 students. And being a student leader in Kenya is it's a big responsibility, because students comes with, I have a missing grade, what do I do? Or I did not get my exam and I don't know how to deal with it. Well,
Mhm.
I have to do my exam, but I don't have this amount of money. What do I do? That is a big responsibility, where you don't have to tell the student, well, it is your responsibility to pay for your fees, but you also give them a mental support. You can also talk to the dean or office of the registrar to help them understand this situation, because sometimes you just find yourself in a spot where you can't move forward, but you also need someone to just help you just move forward. So having that background really helps me, or puts me in a spot where if I was that student, what would I have done?
Mhm.
And also coming to UAA as an international student, as a student athlete too, I travel a lot every other week. And traveling every other week, I have professors who I have to deal with. Like, I have to be able to communicate with my professors that in case that I will not be able to submit my assignment on time, I am traveling. Probably I may not have internet.
Mhm.
So being in that position where I can myself talk on myself, then it also puts me in a position where I can talk for others. As a
Mhm.
mentor too, for the university, I have dealt with many cases where people are just depressed, they want to quit school. Other people are just fearing of losing their job. Others are just fearing losing their scholarship or their FAFSA funding. And this is a student talking to you and giving you the responsibility of handling their situation. So
Mhm.
having handled those many situations, or having talked to many mentees, because none of my mentees has ever quit school or told me that, well, I'm not able to continue with school, or depression is too much right now. All of them have been doing good, and I have kept a close contact with them. We have developed a lasting relationship so far with all my mentees. I kind of understand the community very well.
How will you best manage your time to fulfill this position?
So far, I have been a senator since for a year right now.
Mhm.
I am the sergeant at arms, which means that I observe decorum, I keep rules observed all the time, and not
Mhm.
any single time I have missed to do my duties as sergeant at arms or the chair of rules committee. So, and I also haven't been able not to fulfill my duties as a senator.
Mhm.
So that being said, I believe I will be able to do everything as needed. If today I was to choose where to be as a student athlete, I would choose UAA.
Mhm.
And because I am proud to be a student and also an athlete for UAA, I want it to be a place where everybody else can feel proud of it, and to be the best university ever they would ever be. And that's why I want to be for this position.